Okay, so let's just get started with this install, you guys. So I do like to use some type of wig cap. It doesn't have to be the melted way. I don't even know how to do that, to be honest. I just throw this on to keep my hair protected, and I like using like a brown or a darker tone because you can't see it under the lace. I do like to go in and tint my lace with the Even, and I also go in with some of my Laura Mercier tinted moisturizer just to kind of tint that lace on out. But here I'm just going to go ahead and flat iron this unit so I don't have to worry about doing that later, because it kind of helps with installing when it's already how you kind of need it to be. So that's just what I'm doing right here. Now let's work on this closure. Mslynn hair did send over a hot comb with this unit, so I'm very appreciative of that, and I just use that to kind of help get that closure tamed a bit. This hair is very dense and it's very thick, so I went in there to make sure I really flat ironed it out because I'm gonna be adding some loose curls to it, and sometimes it's easier to have your hair straightened first. I did go in and lightly pluck because this unit does come colored. The bleach came the knots already came pre-bleached, so I just went in and kind of customized it a little bit to my liking, and now I'm just going to be adding this part. I am going for a side part, but this unit can also be parted in the middle. It is a 4x4 closure wig, so that kind of lets you know of the parting space. And this is an Even Wonder Lace install, you guys. I spray a little bit underneath. I just melt that on in with my finger, and then I drop that lace right on top and repeat that process on top of the lace. Now, you don't have to spray underneath the wig. You can simply just spray on top, but I found that this kind of gives me an extra hold when I do that, and it does last as long as I want it to, and I touch it up with Even whenever it's lifting, but it lasts me a good little, maybe 3 to 5 days a week if I'm pushing it, but it's gonna still look fresh with along that 3 to 5 day period. I then go in with an elastic band just to help melt that on down, and I will just let that sit for about 5 to 10 minutes. To cut my lace off, I am using some scissors, but I have noticed that the easiest method is to use some type of like eyebrow archer or get you some smaller sheer scissors, but this is all I had on me right now, so I just go in and cut that off. When you're using scissors, try to go a little jagged like what I'm doing here, and it really helps give it like that look that's just not straight across your forehead, because that's going to be a little more noticeable. But if you have some jaggedness, like, you know, jagged edge, it's going to lay a little more flat. Once I cut, it is okay to go back in with some of that Even just to make sure all the pieces that may be sticking up is laying down flat, and then from there I'm going to go ahead and pull out what I will be using as my baby hairs and get them melted down. Once I cut my baby hairs, I am turning into an Eco Styler edge girl, y'all. It's very soft, but it still gives you that melted laid look. This is what I use on my baby hairs, and I just formed them using my pinky finger, and I've learned that that's very easy to use to kind of manipulate it to be that type of swoop that you want. Use your finger and then have your comb or brush go under your finger. It really works. once that is complete, I then go in with some type of concealer. I normally use my undertone shade, and I go across my part with that with a fine brush, and I just try to get that part a little more noticeable. With colored hair, sometimes it is hard, but I found that this method does still work. So I felt a little washed out, so I am going in with some of this L'Oreal Root Touch Up in black just to kind of give it some more dimension. Y'all, don't be like me. Have it a little further away from your head because it sprayed too much. And I just went in and wiped it out, and it's okay. It does that. It'll wipe out. But I kind of wanted to help get that part a little more defined, so that's why I did that. You do not have to do that, but that's just what I did. And I'm just going to go in here and brush out my hair. And once I do that, I'm going to be adding some light curls. I started to flip them at the bottom, but this flip from the top up was giving me life, honey. It was giving me life. And here we are with the finished results. Okay, Ashley. So you guys, this is what I ended up doing to the hair. All the little clips of me styling it, and this is the result. Look at this closure wig. Only products used was Ebin lace tint, Ebin Wonder Lace, the red tube, y'all saw it, but glueless. Spray adhesive, yes, but glueless. Normally, once I melt my wigs like this, once I take it off, I don't need no type of spray, no adhesive or nothing, because it's already ready to be on my head. So once I do take this off, I use an alcohol pad and just lightly go around my hairline, and it'll come off, let it dry. The next time I wear this bad boy, I'm throwing it on, and it's gonna look just like this. Just like this. Thank you so much to Mslynn Hair. All the links for this hair, all the links will be in the description box, so please feel free to check it out if you're interested in a closure wig. I didn't have to bleach no knots. Normally with colored like wigs, highlighted wigs, you shouldn't have to do that. That's Zeke. What, buddy? Okay, he just wanted to lay in here. But you normally don't have to bleach the knots when you have a wig that's colored or like highlighted. Sometimes it's a miss, but this was definitely a hit because I didn't have to color anything or bleach no knots. So yeah, the ends of the hair can be kind of thin. Just trim like a little inch or two, like you just cutting away some split ends, and it's gonna look really good. But at this point in the video, I'm about to go. So as always, thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, bye beauties.